Good evening, mortals. Yep, there we go. Everything is, in fact, there. Always get slightly paranoid. Well, hopefully today is the day that we're gonna finish off the Inazuma and Archon quest. It's only taken us a month. Yes, where are we going down here? Yep, we're in Chapter 2, Act 3, Act 2, Chapter 3, something like that. I didn't actually check how long this quest was. This might not be the end, but I think it is. But hey, it'll be fun. I say that as I swim through a thunderstorm. Zuma's just fucking lethal. See? Lethal. Yeah, if you ever need to do that one achievement of getting struck by lightning. I can't believe I ran around Mondstadt trying to get that. I've just gone for a casual stroll.
This should be the place. But Sankanomiya was right. Doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on.
Something tells me it has something to do with this.
Let's see what we can find. These electro monuments look a little suspicious. Yikes! A huge large drill! Was it brought out by the electro energy?
Damn, it's a guy. Oops, he moved. There we go, that's him dealt with. My computer's making a lot of noise today. Hope it doesn't blow up.
That's over.
Oh, but I figured out why the stream broke, last week.
As monsters go.
Yeah, turns out my sister was trying to download Genshin while I was streaming.
But what's such a huge thunderhelm?
Fortunately, she's not doing that today, so hopefully the stream should go just fine.
It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably
Oh, it's
get
that guy.
going.
Wow, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were the ones I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop.
Are you alright there, buddy?
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so if there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for
Shame
nothing.
it was just us. I'll have you know, it's an honor to meet us.
Pepe, don't you think there's something...
Now that you mention it, it could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess? We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orabashi? Who's that?
A god.
Big snake.
Look, there's the...
It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Wait, how did Paimon just notice the giant snake skull behind us?
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, the Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in what?
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle.
Yeah, you don't need land when you're a tiny island nation.
Some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree when Orobashi attacked civilization. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions Alright, I'm heading back. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here. Hey.
I think he might be dying slightly, but it's fine, he'll just walk it off.
Pepe sure made some big progress. Let's to Kokomi.
Guess we have to go to Kokomi. I'm sure there's definitely nothing else we can poke around here. Innocuous. Yum yum yum. Gimme. Oh, I've been very hard at work. We're at 89% on Surrey Island, which was surprisingly easy. But then again, I guess there's not actually much to this island, it's just kind of spread out. Yeah, everywhere in Inazuma is really small. I was expecting a bit more of a challenge. Although I shouldn't say anything, because it's Sumeru's up next, which is a lot bigger. It's this way. I guess I can nab that on my way over. Look, it's boring. And Kokomi.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi,
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Weird.
I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
so that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Well, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
It's a delusion, that's not good. Guess we know who our sponsors are.
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. Wait a second. Speaking of no! Surely he can't have...
Oh my gosh, wow. Definitely not obvious that he was up to something slightly dodgy. Where does this take us? No, I thought that was leading me into the house. Pepe, hello, where are you, dear? I'm incredibly concerned for your well-being. There we go.
Oh. Hey, guys. What are you doing here? Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details of fighting the Shogun's army at sea. If only I were stronger still. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, it's just like a vision, isn't it? Delusion. Oh God. Doesn't sound very good.
Doesn't look very good either.
So, what's the gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first,
That's
I
called
thought I
dying,
was
dude.
a little more beat than usual after a battle. This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, when our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here. What's that look for? Don't...
Pepe!
I'll have to go meet our contact or something, I don't know. But yeah, Tepe's odds don't look great at the minute.
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to cease all delusion. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
The idiot's on.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while what are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force. So their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To
Just go
organize
beat him
an
up anyway.
operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded.
Destruction of property? Well, we do one thing great.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscate. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions I'm not going to stop you. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory?
That's where we go.
You aren't gonna think it over first?
I mean, do we have time to think it over? Act now, think later.
If only it could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
Slide over the puppet. Yeah, that's where the domain is. Clearly, there's a puzzle to open it. Yeah, probably that. Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Is that a hole? Yes. I don't have half the required elements, but I'm sure it'll be good. I have Zhongli's shield. Nothing can kill me apart from all the things that do kill me. These are dust. Ow.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
I hate that in domains when you get pinned up in a corner. Yeah, there's a door opened. We need this. This is a really weird looking factory.
So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen that?
Don't be a
Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure mission are...
Wow, who knew the corrupt police force were also doing other evil things?
Over here. Gather. Blink. One with nature. You're
This is most annoying, and we've got a bit of spam. Guess the spam's gonna have to wait a second.
Over here. Into the wind.
Woo, there we go. There we go, just sort that out quickly. Oops, fuck. Oh my god, I am an idiot. Why? Yeah, well, time to go kill that shit again. One simple misclick. Your life is over. Ow. Probably be Zhongli, given the fact that he has the most health.
Stabilize.
One with nature.
Killjoy. We've only just begun. All you got. Let's move.
The wind knows me.
Miscalculate.
There we go, kill these bitches, get this. Knock out part of the wall. Go down. Delicious marrow.
So, is this
Yep,
what
there we go.
visions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Where have we seen that? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Kanji Commission are...
Oh wow, the corrupt government are in on it. Blah, blah.
You can't run.
One with nature.
And bam, next door opens. And I get a little chest for my troubles. And another thingy, which I'm sure is the important bit.
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
And this is a really weird factory. What's that? Can you imagine like having like cart around a bunch of crystal marrow and you have to fucking parkour your way across platforms for it? There you go. That was a bat. I didn't realize we had bats in this game. Never seen that before. So there's our thingy. And we're in this room. Yes, unlock my precious. Open door. Wow.
Stabilize. Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers. Killjoy. You'll never get out of here alive.
Let's spark things.
I won't put just stood together in this room.
This idiot must Solidify. This one's well done. Gather.
Oh, you the actual boss.
Into the wind.
Stabilize.
Other than my favorite discovery recently is that Lisa can kind of break herself out of it.
Gather.
Out of my sight.
This one's well done. Solidify.
This body belongs to ice.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
The wind knows
Okay, the boss lady, take care of him. Look for the person running the factory.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
Ooh, mysterious voice.
You're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm
Damn.
the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you.
Oh my
Lucky
gosh,
traveler.
this is him. Emo.
So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor? Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How condescending, I don't like men.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless.
So again, people thinking we're human?
They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power.
So, the
Seems like a
Fatui
terrible
Harbinger
deal, but you know,
Vision
go
Hunt
off.
decree? You've been behind.
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause, just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent.
Don't mock the guy that I've been mocking this entire streams. Damn, that purple gas we've been breathing in was a bit toxic.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
Woman here to save us? Truly our lucky day. Now we have to sit through a loading screen to find out what happens next.
3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news.
What a fortunate angle to wake up to.
It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other shrine maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways.
What a it's a fascinating conversation to have right after waking up after being knocked unconscious.
This is a human society. At the moment, anyway.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine? And
Yeah, I mean, sure.
well, maybe you should be worrying less about that. Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words.
That's one thing, once another.
The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that's Ungonomiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas.
A hindrance? Should you really be...
Anyway, I'm only telling
Just
you
like
this
skip
to
past that.
worry
Like,
so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've
always a
met
catch.
her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later?
Bum bum bum.
And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
Sounds like a boring eternity, but you know, whatever gets you to that goal.
Oh, that place that she...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity.
Yeah, I can see why this would go badly very quickly.
This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it.
How
The
sweet of you.
key is that the plane of Euthymia
Just
represents
skip to that
A's
bit.
inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To to abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an arm.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of euthymia is that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there.
It's quite purple. That's the
Your
most interesting bit.
existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Yo, training arc? Though, I'm gonna do a little something. I'm just gonna get rid of Kazuha.
This world is full of
I don't want to be in the same situation as we were before. And she pulls that shit where she locks her abilities. Don't know where we're going. Assume there's a domain somewhere. Ah, training. Found it eventually.
Here? And what's this?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already,
God, I'm not good at these kind of challenges.
don't be such a
Ouch.
brute.
Wow, we're doing this really badly. Look, look, we missed that one. And that one, haha. Didn't miss that one. Ouch. Haha, somehow we passed that. Anyway, she has a big thing in the slash attack.
What a work. So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados?
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form in your dreams.
Damn it, I want to see the big pink fox.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo. I have chosen the latter because If stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
It's an interesting conflict of ideals there. And personalities.
Go.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat.
There's a part 2?
Not ready for this. Ouch.
Blitz. Hit. You. He. Ha. Ha. Hit. He. You've been a naughty.
Damn, you can see the little galaxy inside of her attacks. That's cool.
Stabilize. Wind blade.
Hit.
Gather.
Yep.
We're finally done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably.
So, do you think we're ready?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Yeah, not surprising.
What? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't. Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they've, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The
I don't mean to belittle them. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today.
all of the sudden you're entertaining guests?
I assume it's important. If she's dropping everything to go see him. I wonder who it is. It's a fun surprise. And a cutscene.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing. Yes, this is the strongest piece of. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Thus,
Wow,
the current
really?
situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryo Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryo Commission has
No, just have them destroy themselves. Smart.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
This is gonna end well.
Appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize him!
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun?
That's such a dumb-looking stance.
Ugh.
Just bobbing away in the back.
GI, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
And off they walk. A thrilling cutscene.
Gujiyai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior,
Even though she will one day seize your vision too.
the Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
No, blindly following orders.
Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji Yai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen he reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes. In all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. He will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
Yay, our life is being bet on again. As usual. That's a bit too common.
That was so scary. But, Miko, you...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with.
Okay, but what are we gonna do?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now,
The professional. Oh, we're gonna go talk to that little statue guy again. I feel like these floating rocks are a safety hazard. Definitely imagine someone just gliding along and getting smacked in the back of the head by one. Is this the helper? Strange looking item.
That toy Tanuki just
With a child in it.
human! What's going on? Hyman's never seen one of these before. Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, It'll stunt my growth. Is this the professional you were talking about? She doesn't look.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
I can't imagine having a shuriken like that close to your face is ideal.
A ninja?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but
Oh, I thought you would have figured. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryo Commission is not. But since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone. Now, the Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure.
Yay, we're breaking into a city again. I'm just gonna teleport straight to Inazuma and see how it goes. Yeah, look, perfectly fine. And just walk straight in. We have the power of magic.
you there? It's us. We're back.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it...
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for...
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met.
I was wondering when she was gonna show back up. It's been a while since we saw her.
Evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance. I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now,
What do you mean?
the Tenryo Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt Decree poses no threat.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation, it's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
I mean, we are a wanted criminal.
Fireworks!
Oh, okay, fireworks. I mean, we could just show it up and they'd chase us
Perhaps
instead.
a very Toma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is... While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryo Commission.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again.
Yeah, I forgot, he's basically just under house arrest.
It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last... Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt Decree is above... This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time...
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryo
Helps the
Commission is
consistency in the story.
Be careful when you get near.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka.
Time to eat fireworks. Yo, sit down. Wow. Where are the fireworks? Over here. What if we use the fireworks to just blow up the statue? Rescue everybody's visions, give it back, and then even the playing field a bit. Oops.
Yoimiya!
Talk to the billboard, says the woman.
Firework. Extra large fun. You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really but it's so powerful that I haven't found any. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse. Don't worry, it's just a. Well,
This sounds like a bomb, but you know. Sure, sure, sure. She's just a firework maker.
got our distraction. Now we just need to wait for nightfall.
Oh, Bob heads back up there and then skip to nighttime. Oh, close enough. Midnight. Midnight. Oh, we got an achievement. What did we get? Find the person behind the distributing the delusions. Cool. Clock. Five minutes past midnight. Just teleport up. We only have 5 hours to get this done. Excuse me, sir. Nothing to see here. Excuse me, sir. Annoying jackass. If you can't go over it, then go under it.
There are loads and loads of people. We need to get rid of them. Or after I get the document. Let's also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me. Is this, anyway.
I'll just walk right under their nose. Apparently they have a giant wooden structure and nobody guarding underneath it. Let me climb the legs.
Firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Ah. Just run into the building, run into the building, who cares? He saw us run into the building, who cares? There you go. Yo, Ayako, we just set off some explosives. I think we're properly terrorists now.
Well done. I know exercise helps you grow. I feel so... No, I can't sleep yet. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about. Here you go.
That was helpful.
My lady, what are we...
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is... In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui.
Seems we struck the gold mine.
It seems that Gujiyaya was right. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiyaya. I will also gather some people to try...
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun.
Again, we'll just have to trust Guji.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should... Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Yeah, man, let's just stroll off after blowing the place up. Yeah, it's fine. We got a whole 30 primogems for our terrorism, so it's fine. Next solitary.
Lady Guji.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your...
So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
And we are just that reliable and wonderful.
What we had to go through to get our hands on this.
Hand them to Sarah.
What is this?
God, this is sappy. Whose glorious lightning fills the sky, may your eternal way spread to the further seas.
I see
I'd
this
honestly be more
document bears
insulted
the
if someone
official
spoke to me
seal
that
of the
way.
head of the Kujo clan. And I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or what about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the utter disregard for human life?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryo Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yep.
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
This is a letter from the Tenryo Commission to the Fatui.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to. This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryo rebellion is success. Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Hold on, traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Yeah?
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct? You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Hmm.
Out, Fox
Suspicious.
Baby. This isn't the
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
Splish, splosh. Splish, splosh. Splish, splish, splosh. I love the water noises in this game. Hey, where are we going? Somewhere lame. Yep, there. Back to the Tenryo Commission. You, Sarah, have you had a breakdown? Yeah.
You followed me here? Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this,
Yeah. I just want to see the drama, you know? Holy fucking NPC who's actually running? Unheard of these days. Into this domain?
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Oh, yeah, that's off the thing.
Strike!
Yeah, guess that's off multiple.
I must withdraw. Who goes there? Solidify! Soldiers, quick! Wind blade!
So what happens if we hold it? Okay.
Get them!
Come a little closer.
Flash!
Ouch. Spoke to me.
Take this!
little thing. Oh, she gets little birdie wings. I don't see how his she sword can defend against magic, but you know.
Watch your step. Solidify.
Yes, walk into my landmine. Hehehe. Big landmines. Why isn't she utilizing that properly?
Strike first. Stabilize. Time for retribution. Who goes there? Soldiers, quick!
You've been a naughty boy.
Ouch! Ouch, they stabbed me. Oh, there is no justice in this world.
Take this. I dare you. Watch your step. Battle formation. Solidify.
Yeah, we did soon.
Don't hold back. Get them.
And then we go bowling and knock over all these little grunts.
Stabilize.
Or actually easy that is. I hate when they walk off from you and you're like, oh, you're meant to be fighting me. Where the fuck are you going?
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
Master!
Go on, ask him!
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne, and the
So this is how my documents went missing from...
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master.
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. When the chance arose to gain the backing of another, it appeared to me to be an excellent deed.
But you worship the Shogun.
Betrayal! The Fatui may think they are using me. When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they... After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden.
Yeah! He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior.
But Master...
It's not a great
what about
idea.
Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, but it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched...
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct... But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way. But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Stubborn and futile.
Kill him, get your revenge for being lied to.
If you so wish. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat.
Yeah, fuck, Signora.
Nora's the one behind all this? Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya.
Sora stormed off! You can sit. Alright then.
Yo, let's go by fight Signora. Oh, let me just take this guy out while we're here, you know? Finish what we started and all that. Wait, and primogems. I was having this discussion with Willow. Everything would be a lot easier if we just killed all the annoying people in this game. Granted, well, it's probably... Oh! Yeah. Seems like there was a bloody battle here. More destitution. Sarah has definitely been busy. None of these guys managed to even stop her at all. Honestly, the Shogun just needs better guards. Hello. Yeah, I can't talk to him despite the fact he looks special. Oh, let's go meet Signora and die or whatever. Oh, Signora, she is very pretty, so I don't mind as much.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora. Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know. You can't get me out of your mind. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around. So you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking
I feel like that's the least suspicious outfit you could wear. You're like, oh, I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat in my bright red coat with my evil horns.
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for? In their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun. Duke. That's ancient history.
That was last week.
The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning? For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. Before you go saying something you can't take back, charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
Did she put that necklace thing on? Because is it a necklace or are they like glued down?
I challenge you to a duel before the throne!
Proceed. You're full of surprises today. I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part!
Signora's taller than I
A
thought,
lesson
compared to
on
us.
harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Solidify!
Well, I'm assuming, best guess, probably have to break these.
Detestable. Into the frozen void.
Stabilize! Gather!
Oh, she has the three... I haven't seen this since Dragonspine.
Try not to enjoy. become burdensome, I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Stabilize!
The pale flame smolders!
There we go. Broken her little cocoon thing. Little moth. Oh, that's kind of hot.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated!
Yeah, I assume this is for getting rid of the attack.
Embrace your searing reckoning!
Oh, there we go.
Solidify!
You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
Not every wound will heal!
Stabilize!
Oh, and she has a whip. My.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Solidify! Order guide!
Just throw Zhonggui's rock in there for good measure.
Cherished agony. Do you feel it?
Wait, get back over here. This isn't fair.
Stabilize!
It's so nice of her to provide these little things.
Embrace your searing reckoning! Embrace your searing reckoning!
Gather!
Blitz.
Oops, mess that up.
Embrace your searing
Solidify!
Delicious hearing it. Yeah, sure. Hi.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy. Let's spark things up a little.
Stabilize! Time for retribution! Gather!
All must burn!
Windblade!
She
Stabilize!
turned herself into a giant tornado. This is very dramatic.
Who dares call me a witch?
I haven't called you shit, love.
Gather!
Come a little closer. Blitz.
Hopefully it's hot in here. Oh, she's almost dead. Oh, she is deceased. And she exploded.
So strong, but how?
Ooh.
I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. Swear, if you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma. Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you! You are the enemy of eternity.
Damn, that's badass.
But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
And that, kids, is why the stream is called a cooking stream, because she entirely cooked her.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right?
Damn, I'm walking automatically.
The air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
This is weird.
One strike from the Shogun and now Senora is gone. She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset.
Why did just watch a woman get murdered in cold blood?
Doing it. Why are the Harbingers collecting all the Gnosis? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up.
Use my star power to get rid of my headache.
Paimon feels unsettled. Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful.
Does no one come outside to help these guys?
It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
So what happened to Sarah? Did we take her with her or she just fucked?
So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe.
More star power, ibuprofen.
Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards
It's weird, there's
really
two of them.
nervous. Let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
They seem nervous, they're fucking unconscious. That's a pretty cool sequence. You don't see stuff like that very often.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
We deal with her ourselves.
So we meet again.
Ew. That
It's
was
just out of
really cool.
curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again?
You brought us here.
Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise...
It wasn't a simple case of she didn't know, she just doesn't care.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations. Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will. So be it. Well then,
Yeah, we get a fighter again.
your arrival has brought a deafening static.
Damn, she's quick. I'm gonna assume this isn't gonna work.
Evasion is futile.
Nah.
Stabilize.
Windblade!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Inferior. Strike dead. Try not to enjoy.
Yeah, I didn't think Lisa's thing would work on her. She moves around too much.
This ends now.
Retribution! Crumble!
Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy.
Inferior.
Solidify!
I feel like, are we gonna wind up using Yaimiko's thingy to summon her to a
Evasion is
plane?
futile.
She's her shit to deal with.
Gather! Verdictus!
This ends now.
Quake!
Yeah, but I keep just not holding his thing for long enough.
Solidify!
Instabilities will be removed.
We have no more shields.
Evasion is futile.
With the wind!
Ouchie, ouchie.
Inferior.
Windblade!
Yep. I don't know if that means I passed or we've lost. Haha, yes, I called it. We're using the thing.
Aren't you cutting it rather close? Hmm?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
I hope we can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Magic pinky skies.
All will be severed. This one, a fleeting shadow. Your verdict is decided.
Oh, my health is back as well. Thank you, People's Wishes. That's definitely a scene I think people overlook when they do the whole Traveler is a wishing star theory, which is quite popular.
Stabilize.
Your verdict is decided. This one, a fleeting shadow.
Gather.
Your verdict is decided. This one, a fleeting shadow. All will be severed. Your
Solidify.
verdict is decided.
Crush it with a massive rock.
Retribution.
This one, a fleeting shadow.
Stabilize.
Your verdict is decided.
Tell I use Lisa out of instinct, even when she's completely useless.
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Guess that training kind of pays off.
Solidify.
Your verdict is decided.
Die. Let me kill you. You like one hit. Yay, we win.
You've lost.
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. Something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned.
That was cool. I like those cutscenes. They're my favorite.
When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change. It does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is
What
why
is
I have
A?
chosen to guide
Like, I know the
you
Ryan
to
Shogun's
correct
perfect, but
path
like, what
of
is A
eternity.
herself? Like, she looks like human, but she clearly isn't. Because, you know, like Zhongli's in the depth dive and he's a wind spirit and whatever. So what is she? Is this explained anywhere? I've never seen someone mention actually what is she.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, A.
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely. And yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world, so it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness. But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit...
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan...
And the power of friendship and smacking someone with a sword pays off once again.
But, with regards to eternity...
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
That was a cool little transition. It was mildly anticlimactic, and she was just like, oh yeah, and everything was happy again.
Queen of Euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. So maybe the reason Yaimiko is looking for us now is
Something tells me she's not here to thank us. Yo, another 30 promo gems.
Why, hello, if it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
you literally told us to come meet you here.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and defeating Signora head-on in a duel. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Woo.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble.
Wait a second. As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece.
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? No.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
Fuck.
Well,
Like,
how
well,
else was I
what else was
supposed
it?
to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason. After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me. And I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain? Exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
Well, it all worked out in the end until we get to Sumeru, but you know, shush.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The well, so anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not? As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about...
Yay, we're at my favourite part of every
events
quest where we
the
ask
past.
questions.
What would you like to know about?
Not my sister, let's
Sorry,
cut straight to
I
the
haven't
clues.
a clue.
No.
I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe.
Well, this was all worth it then.
But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her nose. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar...
Don't worry.
As for your sister's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to... I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you. That
Not the
puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect. Before A began modifying her own godly form.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No, the prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness. Until the Fatui took an interest in.
Not the
So
Mysterious.
the eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the note.
What the?
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or Shadow Warrior. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not 2, but 1. They complemented each other. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them.
Until what?
Makoto
she
died
died.
several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now after.
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was.
Next step in the
After
journey.
leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, but their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Why not?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Guess that's all we can find out from her.
Okay then. Keep it safe. There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than.
Who in their right mind would.
Okay, I'll stop. I see. But your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
And there we go, we're done. Take anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to. Yeah, that's it. Claim our commission rewards. And our little guide rewards. To the Requiem of Echoing Depths. Is our next interlude quest in the chasm. I'm actually looking forward to that one because I've seen some cutscenes and stuff from that one. I'm like, oh, that looks fun. Damn, the cutscenes of this quest are really cool. Especially Kazuha's. Like, it's a breathe, but it's cool. Definitely pulling out all the stops on that one. Where are we going? The Forest of Change. Yeah, no, we don't do that. No. Requiem of Echoing Depths. In the depths, an unexpected reunion. What to do there? Yeah, that's Interlude Act 3, so it's that and that and that. That and then a lot of things. Not sure what it's yelling at me. Oh, I've unlocked all these quests, haven't I? That's what it's yelling at me about. Okay, so we can do the Raiden Shogun. Okay, so that we have to do next. It's a bit more linear. Seems like I have to do that one to do that one to do that one. God, there's so many story quests to do. But hey, look, we got all of Inazuma. Isn't that fun? Battle pass, like that. Achievements? Oh, quite a few. Damn, we're almost at 400. Came to the wonderful realization that I have more achievements than Willow, in a game she's been playing for almost 4 years. And I say playing for 4 years, she did take quite a long break. Teleport. Go get our reputational rewards, because I want these wings, because they're pretty, and they'll look so pretty on Lisa. So is Gojo-Zara alright? Like, we kind of just left her there unconscious. Is she good? That last act wrapped up pretty quickly, so it was just like, is she alright? It was quite an interesting twist. It's not really a twist, but progression. Oh, 100. Yeah, this Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad
How much
Astra
the
at the
Adventurers
sauce.
Guilding get shut down? Yeah, the whole being a foreign thing. Now I have to figure out what the fuck we're doing next. I guess we go straight into this. Yeah, we always go all the way back to Leeway. Do we go on and do this, or do we do the quests here? I feel like we should probably do the rest of the quests we have here. Story quests. Unlock this. Unlock there. Raiden Shogun's quest. We're over here.
If the Tenryo Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do.
Seems like we've gone right back to the problem we had before, but worse.
We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Oh yeah, you're right. If she which would also be pretty scary.
You have been struck by lightning countless times around this place.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things...
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryo Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryo Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying...
Why do you think it's falling apart? They're traitors.
Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through.
But my lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father.
Don't blame yourself, Master.
Yes, you're right. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu.
I suppose. Well, okay.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need.
Oh, okay.
Poor guy getting rejected like that.
Think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryou Commission have been... If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Huh? You can actually do that?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will...
And if she doesn't, we'll just call Yumiko in to kick her ass.
You, then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their... Thank you very much.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the... Let's take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Called it. Hello, Yumiko? Where are you? Usually around the back just staring at that tree. That's a fascinating view.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit. What a smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your... Still, your answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so...
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
It's been fine. Were you there for the entire quest? This entire thing is basically one big temper tantrum.
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. A seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that... I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat. I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
I mean, at least just ask her to appoint someone as the head of Inazuma and let them rule for her if she doesn't want to. A lot easier.
Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Thanks, Miko!
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Hey, do I have anything for the shrine? Oh, yes. More levels. Ooh, next level, I get some more wishes. Lots of money to be made from this sacred sakura. This money doesn't really grow on trees.
mighty
Ricky.
Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to a Guji Yai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because wait, this is authentic. Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Our behavior is always brilliant. You bitch, get your ass out of bed.
She's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! We made amends, didn't...
Denied. You... Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude. That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this. I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
Well, seems like a terrible situation.
What?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Ah, it's you two. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
How convenient.
That was terrifying.
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting. As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No. She was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
Bad habits die old, like ignoring all the problems in your nation.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it. Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
Sounds like excuses.
It's fine. Just as long as you can fix it is all.
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, but there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
You mean, leave the plane of Euthymia? Yes, you're right. After all, the Shogun is currently unable to take care of business on my behalf. All right then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A.
What? But you're just A's
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great!
Tour guides?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of
Yep, can't really consider eternity for a place you've never actually been to. It's definitely do it good.
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Which is probably somewhere. Probably the fireworks place, if anything. Considering the weapons, like, right there. You need to do this as a quest. Reminiscence of Sierra. No, that's that thing I started yesterday, and I spent like half an hour doing the floor puzzle on. And my friends only laughed at me slightly. And just like that, he vanished. Oh, great. Now we can talk to A. So we need to get that guy out of the way before we could.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
It's fine, this is just the body double.
I appear to have frightened the people.
We're a tyrant, not surprising.
Makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryo Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation.
So, what do we do now?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, A.
That guy in the background does not give a shit.
You'll use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. A,
I'm staring at
are
her.
you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Yuthai.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean, either?
Morix is a broke-ass bitch as well.
Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
She's a very pretty outfit.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Walk slowly over there with her.
What's the Shogun doing here? What am I supposed to do in this situation?
She'll get there eventually in her own time.
Shogun,
It's all right. Relax. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my special. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dongo with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells.
Huh. Why do I feel like she's different than I expected?
Yeah, she's not chopping off people's heads right now.
Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life.
So mix them together and what do you get?
Mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise,
A chance combination.
the almighty Shogun wants to try?
Nice. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also...
It's a little bit like... porridge? Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango...
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual taste. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, almighty Shogun.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk.
Interesting approach to sorting out the problem.
Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Yeah, we're gonna get her into weeb shit. Let's go. Honestly, I don't read light novels. I don't read. Where is the publishing house? It's down here. I'm sure I've been there before, but you know. Who am I to remember such things?
Shogun! Almighty Shogun!
No, not at all.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand.
She just wants to browse your books.
The almighty Shogun wishes to...
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm
just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing.
In principle, you're absolutely right.
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Yeah, we'll explain it to them. What's the interesting things you find in novels these days?
Well, okay, there are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. Don't take them too seriously.
Okay, let's go then. How can this be? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
Yeah, I've watched that before.
It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating sunsettias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's made up? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to...
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you?
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, But with stories like these, I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style.
Alright, leave it to us.
Let's find her the raunchiest, most random thing we can get.
Let's see what we're up against.
Turns out I missed a book. Let's give Jincho a chance.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly? Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition.
There we go. Might do. Oh, this one.
This is Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart. Yeah, the plot is really gripping.
I mean, it would definitely give her a new perspective.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around.
I'm sure she'd enjoy it.
Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
So trust me,
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Goodness. Are people in Liyue really so complex these days? Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare dedication to justice. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to me on his arrival.
I just don't think I quite gets the whole fiction thing.
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. What about the antagonist, though? Don't you have any...
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved.
A doesn't seem interested in the supporting characters at all. So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided
she'd be a good English teacher.
in the plain of Euthymia, there was no Yae publishing house. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plain of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present.
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Ooh, great idea!
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced.
It's okay. Come with us.
Ooh, photo shoot time. I think Sashi will know what a photo is. Lovely spot.
So,
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. Basically, a photo makes a visual
okay. So what exactly is... Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of... The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. Okay, I'll try that.
That works.
Okay. Let's pick a good angle to record.
You look fine. It's hard to look bad in a dress like that. Yeah, we could definitely take a certain type of photo. But no, I shall respect her honor as a woman. There we go.
It's a wrap.
Wow. This is astonishing. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the...
That's what makes it so special.
Light.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again.
We should take her to Fontaine and just really blow her mind.
So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like...
They're an existential crisis.
That's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Trav. Hey, that's right.
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence... I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
This was an incredibly complicated explanation of how a photo works, but okay.
Eternity. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today, both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god, were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. Perhaps... Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Yeah, man, we found our problem that we're gonna have to solve.
Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so...
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried.
Something's probably
In
happened
fairness,
to him.
he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, Almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryo Commission is in decline. Plus, you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master
I love
Kamaji decided to
passive-aggressive jab that.
negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name.
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover. I've searched all over the city. He really hasn't returned yet. Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my... No need. I'm only a lowly servant. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last...
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Thank you
Yay,
so much.
commitment to the thing you should have done.
I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Oh well, where are we off to next? Way over to the shrine. Exciting stuff. But before we pursue A, I'm going to take a short comfort break, and I would advise you do too. I will see you back in a few minutes. Mine back already. Yeah, well, now that I'm well comforted, let's go do the rest of Ao's quest. See what else she needs doing. Yeah. And once again, losing my chat, as always. I need to pin that or something. Yeah, are we going? Seems like a bit of a weird spot to have a meeting. Right outside your competitor's place. Yeah, sick, so they have like a weird little dingy thing. I get 1 electro crystal from doing this? They are so generous on the rewards.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
Yeah, let's go see if the wall falls off on top of this again. And just when I have a shogun to use.
Illusion shattered.
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way. There is no escape.
Very simple to use ability. And there's a chest there. Grab that in a second. Yeah, you skill lasts for fucking ever. Just num num num. Dressing gown back on and I'm immediately way too hot. I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna immediately freeze. Ow.
Illusion shattered. Surrender, Norwegian.
How's this? Light blade! Finally, perfect distance!
Oh, we'll get him eventually. Yeah, I'll die. Oh, let's see what this does. Holy fuck, it took both of them out.
Insolent. There is no escape.
Very pretty attacks. I like the slashes. Now let's see if we can take a couple of these guys out. Damn. Almost. Ooh, through to the next door. Off the edge, off the edge. Yaha! Does that count, or is he just gonna respawn? Haha, it counts.
Solidify. What's one more
You're in for a little shock.
Illusion shattered.
Try not to enjoy this.
Oops, wrong person. Yeah, whatever, just overwhelm them by an Electro Woman might.
stabilize?
Yeah, why'd you heal yourself? That's not fair. Ow.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
Yo, let's go. Ooh, and another chest. Double check there's nothing over there. Okay. We go. So are we going up or are we going down? Huh, this doesn't look good.
It's Kujokawaji. But who's he with?
Stay back.
That guy.
Almighty Shogun.
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the—
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
Are they an unreasonable ask?
all factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word...
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryo commissioner.
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryo...
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryo commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Does that mean we can become the commissioner? We did beat her after all.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryo commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel.
Do
you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition?
Damn, she called him old.
Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade. Well, never mind. What about one of you then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, Almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't—
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yeah, how nice of her.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the— Just as the Shogun said a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword, then please let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come forward.
Hmm? Ooh. Ooh.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, Almighty Shogun.
Damn, she's treating him like I treat the, village girls.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being.
Wow, and it all ends happily ever after.
In the meantime, I I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, Almighty Shogun.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Hmm? Yo, chest. Makes it all worth it. Oh. No, that clan head guy was pretty cool. Didn't expect him to be the one getting a big moment in this quest. Yep, that's the edge of a cliff. The fuck. I just shouldn't be trusted next to anything with a ledge.
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
I wonder where the Shogun gets it from.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought. I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryo Commission?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time.
This feels a bit like repeating the same mistakes, just putting the Shogun back in charge, but I'm sure it'll go fine.
But I've made up my mind. So I will do what need. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryo Commission, and if you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay. I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see?
What about that storm? That's the entire time we've been trying to do.
A lot of what happened was pretty unexpected. Things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yaimiko.
I'm sure Yaimiko will want to know how she's been doing.
Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you know? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it.
And then we did. Well.
How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
You're just that wonderful, as usual.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves. Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Weird recognizes weird, I guess. There we go, we have reflected upon our morality. The 60 whole primogems. What else do we have to do? Now we can go do that now. Okay, well, I don't actually have the, the stuff to actually receive it. Pick up a new quest, but you know, we could if we wanted to. I'm trying to get some of the hangouts unlocked, so at some point I'll do them. I don't want to do the hangouts. But I'm sure I'll get to them at some point. There's all good money for Shenhar and all that. I have to keep reminding myself. Oh, what are we at on the fund? I'm a whole 12. Shop. I'm saving my yellow glitter things in order to get Lisa's commissions, which is a lot more effective method than just randomly wishing and hoping. Yeah, we have 83 wishes, which not feel like a lot. I don't have a guaranteed because I got Emily, so I need 160 to try and at least guarantee. Which is, yeah, slightly wishful thinking, but you know, I can try. Plus, I have the rest of this event going on. These events, there it is. I get 7 more towards that. Races of Artistry. What's this? Oh, it's a catalyst.
Whoa! I can join the team?
Quite a bit going on. Traces of Artistry. I guess I know what we're doing next stream. And get that new catalyst, which I'm sure I will definitely do something with. Damn, we've already finished Inazuma's Archon quest. That doesn't mean there's still not plenty to do around here. And it's at least 2 big world quests. Plus the exploration of the rest of these islands. Honestly, I got most of Thruried Island done in about like 5 hours yesterday. Just while on call with my friends, so let me finish that pretty quickly. Add it to the rest of the 100%. That is down into the chasm. God. Time is weird. But on that weird note, as the night draws in, I must bid you all a good night. Now, I do hope you enjoyed this, and I do hope you'll stick around for the next Archon quest. Which isn't an Archon quest, it's an interlude quest, and some other quests as well. But thank you very much for not watching, and good night.